I was watching some video yesterday and there was a beautiful lesson I learned from it. And basically this person was making an analogy based on, have you noticed when you buy something, let's say you want the brand new iPhone 15 and you obsess over it and you want to buy it, have you always, or have you often noticed that it's after you get it that all of a sudden you start to see people around you with the similar phone? Or if you want a specific car, it's after you buy that car where you start to see that car everywhere you go. Before you wanted it, before you obsessed over it, you didn't necessarily pay attention, and that's why you didn't see it, that's why it didn't register in your mind. But after you obsess over it, or after you get it, it's when you start to see everyone around you having the similar phone or having the similar car as the one you want or as the one you bought. And basically this person was saying is the same with our relationship with Jesus. Our desire and our obsession for him comes when we are always invested in everything that pertains to him. It's when we're invested in church, it's when we're invested in his word, it's when we're invested in people, is when we're invested in fasting, seeking the Lord, that all of a sudden every single thing in our lives seems like it's influenced by the Spirit and the leadership of God. That when we're still doing our thing, where we are far removed from him, we kind of get lost in God's ability to provide and God's ability to sustain us. But it's when we are fully focused on him and his glory, when we are surrounded by those who are like-minded, when we are in fellowship, when we are in church, when we are rooted and grounded, that all of a sudden we start to see God's hand in every single department of our life. All of a sudden we are aware of God's grace that has been expended concerning us. We become aware of God's providence. We become aware of God's ability to sustain us and keep us. So whenever you feel far from God, always ask yourself this: am I surrounded by everything that pertains to his glory and his nature? Or am I surrounded by every single thing that distracts me from seeing his faithfulness and his goodness? Grace and peace.